morning. Today is a very significant day for the Jersey City Fire Department. I'll take a step back and just say that over the last 10 years, we've made an unprecedented commitment to fire safety throughout Jersey City. We've hired more firefighters than at any point in Jersey City's history. We've promoted more firefighters, and we've worked hand in hand with our firefighter unions to make sure that we are staffing appropriately the Jersey City Fire Department. And the facts of the matter are that we have the best fire department anywhere in the state of New Jersey, if not in the country, and it speaks to the number of calls that they handle and how they help the surrounding fire departments throughout Hudson County and New Jersey. They are the first to respond in mutual aid and often are the ones in command and control at those posts. Today, we are further expanding our commitment to the fire department and fire safety here in Jersey City. We are adding 2 new fire companies. This will be the first addition of new fire companies to the Jersey City Fire Department since 1937. It really is a significant change for the fire department, and it speaks to the changing dynamics of the city and the need to constantly rethink public safety on how we can do better. We have a couple speakers that I want to bring up today to highlight what we're doing, and we're going to start with the Chief of the Fire Department, Chief Stephen McGill.
Thank you, Mayor, and good morning. I want to personally thank the Mayor, Director Shea, Business Administrator John Metro for all their help and support in allowing me to progress the fire department in a way that will better protect our citizens. Just starting, the fire department started as a volunteer organization in 1829. I have the original receipt of the first fire truck ever purchased, which was Engine 1. I'm gonna hand this off to the Mayor so he can enshrine this in the new museum or at City Hall, so it's kept outside of the fire department, so we know it's going to be here forever. That was our start. Since then, we've progressed over the years, and unfortunately, come 1991, the country was in bad shape economically, so was the city, and at that time they decided to disband several companies. They disbanded 4 companies at the time. So reestablishing Engine 1 will be the first time in 30 years that this first ever company is being put back into service, and I thank the Mayor for that. So just a round of applause. About a year or so ago, we put this company into service. We removed it from as a spare apparatus, and we made it a true reserve apparatus, which means it has all the equipment and tools ready to go at a moment's notice. All we have to do is staff it with our firefighters. Now we're going to staff it full time. The 1 year was a test phase just to see if it was fiscally viable, and we determined that it was, and so that's going on duty. Behind me is Squad 1, which is going to work in the area where the old Truck 1 was years ago. That was put out of service way back when. But however, this is a brand new apparatus. It's the first of its kind in New Jersey, and I'm not sure who else has something like this, but this is going to be a multi-task apparatus that's going to be mainly used at working fires in high-rises. It has a lot of the highest, the newest technology of equipment, all battery-operated tools, which are normally gasoline-powered, which reduces the amount of toxic fumes that we release inside a confined space in a high-rise. It's also going to be used as a rapid intervention crew, which is basically firefighters who save other firefighters. So if a firefighter is inside a building, runs out of air, or is trapped from a collapse, these members are at the scene right in front waiting with special tools to go in and rescue the rescuers. It's also going to respond in the old district downtown where Truck 1 used to be on Grand Street. So it's a multi-purpose tool that's high-tech, and we've done it under a budget that is amazing to me. I want to thank Deputy Chief DiGilio, who was my apparatus person and my number 2. When I gave him the orders to put these rigs on duty, it took us over 2 years to figure out how to outfit with tools, purchase extra equipment, and actually refurbish these apparatus. This is Engine 1 was an old apparatus that was used by Engine 9. It's over 15 years old. We used less than $100,000 to refurbish it, fix the engine, redo the pumps, put all new LED lighting on it, and we did all of this in-house, and with the help of Director Pierce, who's here from DPW. His team did it. We used some people on overtime to get this together, and the cost factor of savings, a new rig like that cost about $700,000. So we did it at like a tenth of the cost. Behind me, this rig was bought through a federal grant through the Urban Area Security Initiative back in 2005. It was a mass care unit that had a lot of medical supplies that would go to any large incidents, say for instance 9/11 or the train crash in Hoboken a couple of years back. It was never really deployed because we were fortunate enough not to have too many major incidents. We only had about 2,000 miles on it, so I tasked Chief DiGiulio to repurpose this apparatus to be used for the things that I said. So it took us almost a year to get this thing rebuilt. Once again, with the help of DPW, it was sent out to some of their vendors at a very nominal cost. Have the engine repaired, a lot of new painting done, and throughout, and with the help of Director Shea, we were able to purchase all this new equipment you see before us. This is all the newest technology that's out there. These saws that are normally gas powered are the first ones I know of in this area that'll be deployed as of tomorrow. So they'll be on a roof and or inside a building. No toxic gas. Don't have to worry about filling up with fuel. It's very green. I know that's the way the mayor wants to go nowadays. So we're doing our best to be as fiscally sound as possible throughout the city, and with the purchasing of apparatus and how we establish everything. So I just want to thank the mayor, his staff, and my staff for letting this day happen. And these two apparatus will be put on duty tomorrow, just getting ready for the 4th of July celebration this weekend. And tomorrow we're promoting more captains who will be able to staff these apparatus, so we'll have these on duty full time. So right now we're going from 26 full-time companies to 28 full-time companies. First time I've ever seen this in my career of 35 years. One of the reasons why we're doing a lot of this stuff is just to keep up with the population growth in the city. I look out my window the other day, I counted 34 high-rises that weren't there probably 10 years ago. Throughout the city, there's about another 19 on the books that are going up. And I talked to the building department, they said there's about another 90 applications for high-rises throughout the city. In 1991, when they closed these companies, we had about 102 high-rises. Now we're over 240 and more to come. And our population growth has gone up about the same percentage, about 20%. So this keeps in pace with that. Because our fire calls are going up about 20% also. So we're just trying to keep up with the pace of the city's growth and making sure our citizens are as safe as possible. So once again, I just want to thank the mayor and his staff. Thank you very much.
Want to invite up the two men that lead the two firefighter unions here in Jersey City. They can speak on behalf of the 700 firefighters. I'll start with Joe.
Pleased to see you, man.
He come on up here.
Good morning. On behalf of the fire officers, we'd like to thank the mayor, the city council, the entire administration for making this happen. This has been something that we've talked about probably for the last 10 or 15 years as the population has exploded here in Jersey City. Every high-rise that you see is a vertical city block, and the high-rise density here in Jersey City is probably second to none in the state, in the entire country. By placing these companies on duty is going to allow us to better protect you, the citizens, protect your property, and of course it's going to assist us with this truck one, which is going to be the RIT team, to protect the firefighters that are out there doing the job every day. Again, thank you very much, and have a great day. Nowak, N-O-W-A-K, first name Peter.
And Joe Kranick, representing the 400 plus firefighters.
Stay right here, Mayor. Without this man, we wouldn't be here today. Director Shea and our chief, Steve McGill, I just want to let you know that this man is in the corner of every citizen in Jersey City. And that's important because the high-rise units that are going to come up here on tomorrow is the greatest thing that we had in many years. K-R-A-J-N-I-K is how you spell my name. God bless.
And then before we open up to questions, I just want to ask the council members if they want to say anything. Mira Denise, representing the south side of Jersey City here, and the west side.
Councilwoman Ridley, Ward A. I just want to say that this is a great thing. We know that, as the chief said, our population has grown. The safety of our residents is very important. And as we grow, our emergency services must grow with that. So I want to take the time to publicly thank our firefighters. I think they are the best in the country, and I will challenge anyone on that. And I'm glad that we are getting more of the tools that we need to support our residents.
Mira, you want to say anything?
Good morning. I'm Mira Panzeri, Councilwoman for Ward B on the west side of the city. And just to echo the sentiments here today, we're so proud of our firefighters and our fire department. As our city continues to grow and we see more development on other sides of the city, it's important that we have the tools we need to care for our residents and make sure that our response times are as low as possible. So again, thank you all for your service to the city.
We'll open it up for questions if anybody has any specific questions. Fire department? If not, any questions on topics, 4th of July, logistics? Yes. Let me invite up Greg Kearse here. He's our Director of Emergency Management here. Can speak to what we're expecting on July 4th and how we're set up. We generally have close to about 100,000 people. It'll be an all-day event. We've been planning it for several weeks at this point, and I'll turn over to Greg just to give you the highlights.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning. As the mayor had alluded, we are anticipating upwards of 100,000 people. We have great entertainment coming in. It'll be the weather is projected to be high in the 80s, which will probably make our crowds even a little bigger. Fireworks on the Hudson, which is always a great event. We are been working diligently on all with our public safety partners and our partners throughout the county to ensure that we have a safe and secure environment. And we're looking forward to a good July 4th.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly become the largest firework event in the state of New Jersey. It rivals anywhere in the country. Grucci Fireworks does the city fireworks for Jersey City. They're the biggest vendor in the world. They do the Olympics, they do the presidential inaugurations. There'll be entertainment all day, including a main stage entertainment starting around 6 o'clock. Fireworks will be at 9:30. It's just another opportunity to tell the Jersey City story about the changing dynamic here, the community that we have, invite people in here, and a good economic driver for our city and a day for us to celebrate. So we're happy after 2 years of not doing it to be back again. And we're anticipating a big crowd because it looks like the weather's going to cooperate with us. Yeah, so there's plenty of mass transit access down there between the light rail and the path, and it's certainly walking to Grove Street and bus options. So we just encourage people to minimize driving. Much of that area will be frozen at some point later in the day from parking and access outside of residents, and we're doing that for safety reasons, of course. And so we're just going to encourage people, mass transit. It's going to be a hot day, so bring water. There will be water accessible there, but we think it'll be a family-filled, fun day, and we're excited to get back after 2 years of a hiatus. Okay. Thank you all for coming out today.
Feel free to come up and check out the tools. We'll demonstrate them for you if anybody wants to see them. Thank you.